if you'd asked me that question 3 years ago, I wouldn't have listed glaucoma at all, because I don't think that those connections had been tightly knit. But we're seeing more and more lupus. I mean, things that you just never would have, any type of metabolic condition, any type of like fibromyalgia, any type of degradation of the body's ability to energize, process energy, be robust and sort of out there, is really we're seeing more and more of those kinds of things in the literature, as well as some of the inflammatory diseases. Chronic inflammation just creates all kinds of issues in the human body. And so the inflammation in particular, as it pertains to cardiovascular disease, there's a lot of connections now and a lot of effort toward, in fact, I just found one here recently where the propensity towards obstructive sleep apnea and the presence of obstructive sleep apnea, it diminishes the antioxidant levels, especially the glutathione, which has all kinds of properties to help reduce inflammation. And when you have obstructive sleep apnea, the lack of glutathione, or the decrease in glutathione levels, is thought to accelerate some of those processes of inflammation, because there's just not enough. The body is having a hard time responding to all the oxidative stress, and the endothelial linings of our blood vessels and in our nasal cavities and whatnot, it just can't keep up. And so a lot of good, interesting research happening today. A lot of it is actually focused in on understanding the connections between the glymphatic system and what's going on, and how it's actually directly affected by the presence of obstructive sleep apnea. But boy, if there is one thing I want your listeners to take away, from this interaction we're having, it's really the need to get tested. Even if you don't know that you have sleep apnea, or you don't snore. A lot of people equate snoring with sleep apnea, but it's not always the case. And so if you are, let's just say, well, really of any age, as part of an annual physical, you should request that your doctor prescribe or write a script for you to get a home sleep test. There's lots of places you can do that. Your insurance should cover it. And it's just an essential element nowadays of understanding your body and your body functions and what you might be happening. We have so many patients that never thought they had a problem, never, and very fit, highly trained athletes that find that they have sleep apnea, or they have some condition related to their breathing and sleep that is actually impeding their ability to reach peak performance. So many different erectile dysfunction in men, that another condition related to obstructive sleep apnea. Postmenopausal, perimenopausal women experience high levels of obstructive sleep apnea. Pregnant women experience high levels of obstructive sleep apnea. So, I mean, it just goes on and on and on about the conditions that we go through normal life, and at some point in our lives, we're probably going to have sleep apnea. We need to be aware of it, and we need to know what it does, because if it gets to a disease, if it gets to a state where it becomes a severe sleep apnea condition, then, and that's not hard to reach. The bar's fairly low for that, but it'll lop 10 years off your life. You don't live as long. And so this is a really serious condition. This is not about everybody joking around that old Uncle Bob, snores like a chimney or whatever.